and welcome to another episode of the Match Betting Chronicles. Today I want to share some Betfair trading, and more specifically I've done a pre-game trade on Norwich. They're actually playing away at Brighton tomorrow, I believe. So what I've done is I've backed Norwich at odds of 9 with a 200 stake. And I'm just going to talk about why I've done that. So, first of all, if we just go to the league table, you can see that Norwich are actually bottom of the league. They've only scored 18 and they've conceded 63. And they've lost their last 5. So you'd expect them to be high odds away to sort of any team, really, in the Premier League. But they are playing Brighton, and Brighton have been a funny team. They looked really good earlier in the season, but they've also lost their last 5 games. So they're on a bad run at the moment. So I did think 9 seemed a bit too high for Norwich. And there's something else which gave me a little clue. You see Burnley, who are second bottom, they played Brighton away recently, and let me show you. Here we are, Brighton versus Burnley. And Burnley actually beat Brighton, and this is a fractional odd. They were 107 over 20, and that's in decimal. We can convert that, and that's only 6.35. So Norwich being 9 just seemed too high. Of course, I'm not saying they should be 6.35 like Burnley. No way, because Burnley have conceded, like much less goals than Norwich. So, Norwich, of course, should be higher odds to beat Brighton away than Burnley, but not by that margin. Not in my opinion, anyway. So let's go back to the trade. If I just show you the Betfair graph, I got in at 9. Now, unfortunately for me, I got in a bit too early, and it actually drifted a bit to 9.4, I believe. But I held my nerve, and I thought, it will. There's still quite a few days to the game, and it should come back down. And luckily for me, it has. And if I just check the price on Smarkets, it's 8.6 to lay on Smarkets. So if I trade out now, it looks like I can lock in a profit of £9.36. But what I'll probably do, if I had to lay it today, I'd prefer to underlay and just lay £200, and if Norwich win, I'll get £80, and if they lose or it's a draw, I'll get 0. But they probably will lose. Not lose, but they probably won't win. So I'll probably end up with nothing. But you just never know. It's the international break at the moment. Both teams are in poor form and have had a chance to have a rest. And football, it's unpredictable. So instead of locking in, a small profit, I'd prefer probably to go for the £80. Or, as you know, I can go somewhere in between. So I could lay £205. So at least I'm guaranteed £5, but I'll have the chance to win £41. But although this seems a good trade in hindsight, it was one that I wasn't 100% confident on, and I can talk about why. So I backed Norwich at 9, obviously, which seems like the odds are too high, but as we've talked about before, they're bottom in the league, and only Leeds have conceded more goals than Norwich. and they've just looked like the worst team in the league. So the market might fancy Brighton and back Brighton heavily. There's also some people, when a team's been on a bad run, they fancy them to bounce back. And people might have fancied Brighton. This game is an easy game for them to bounce back. So, that's why I've only backed £200 because I couldn't have been totally sure. And what I thought could happen, I thought maybe the odds could go till about, if I was unlucky, till about 10, and I'd have to trade out for £20 loss. If I was more confident, I'd have done a higher stake. So at the moment, it's going in my favour, but I will have to make sure to lay this before the team news tomorrow, as that could change everything. Anyway, I hope that makes sense as to why I've chosen to back Norwich, and thanks for listening. Take care.